And welcome back.
Alright.
Now, in the last episode we were talking about leadership styles. The term I was looking up was a technocracy.
Right, now what does that mean?
Now, okay, so the Greeks, when they first joined...
Politics Part 2.
Politics Part 2. The Greeks, when they first joined the EU, were happy-go-lucky. They forged the books, they made themselves look great. That's what happened. After a while, they entered what the EU dubbed them as a recession, because they couldn't afford to pay the debts for the loans that they'd taken out to benefit the country. Now, what the Greeks did after that was ousted their government and took them into an early leadership role, and they hired a guy. I say hired, they voted...
The janitor?
No, pretty much. Well, it could well have been. They pretty much voted for the guy that knew the most about the economy, and that is called a technocracy. Now, technocracy means hiring an expert to fulfill a specific need.
Right.
So that Greek government was there to sort out the economy. Now, what he proposed was a lot of austerity.
Yes.
Cutting back a lot of shit that they didn't need to pay out.
Yes.
The Greeks didn't like that, because the Greeks liked their 30-hour week and retiring at 50 on a nice heavy social paid pension. And they got very up in arms about that. So they then...
But that's why you don't give these decisions to one man who has one objective. In this case, to fix the economy. Well, yes, austerity will fix the economy, but it will cripple social issues.
But that's what a technocracy is. It's about a guy who has one idea to sort out one specific problem. Now, his idea was to sort out the economy and fix that specifically. So when their latest government came in, he was very much anti-austerity. No, we don't need to fix the economy. We need to keep everything the way it is. It will just sort itself out. Which is obviously the wrong way. But then we had this, what was known as the Grexit, which is Greg's leaving the London economy because nobody wants pasties anymore. I mean, the Grexit...
What?
The Grexit was the Greek EU exit, which was...
Oh, right.
Which was apparently very close, but then the Greeks were like, well, no, they're not going to allow us to leave because economies like Germany and Spain have invested too much money into our economy to let us fail. And I mean, like Germany, I think, has invested close to 100 billion into their economy. But then the Greeks have got 175% gross GDP deficit.
Yeah.
So they owe 175% more than what their economy's worth. Why bail that out? Why not bankrupt them and start them again? Oh shit. 7 minutes.
Right, okay.
You know, why bother? Because bailing them out, okay, giving them what they need now for whatever demands you've offered. Okay, great. What's going to happen in 5 years when your loan runs out? And they've only paid off the interest in that 5 years. What's going to happen then? Oh, well, you know, Greece will just have to default on their loan again and start all over again. Well, why keep dragging them through this shit? Bankrupt the country. Kick them out of the EU. Strengthen your euro by kicking them out, because then you don't have all this false debt. Put them back to the drachma. Start them again. You know, that's what a default is. Greece is renowned for defaulting on their loans. That's what Greece does. They just default because that's Greece. I think they're one of the most defaulted countries in the world. You know, they go, yeah, we'll learn from our mistakes. No, you won't. Greece, you borrowed hundreds of billions from us, and you're just going to wipe it off. No one's going to let... Any country that's stupid enough to lend Greece money deserves to go bankrupt themselves. But that was it. Apart from, you know, if Greece went bankrupt, well, they'd have to let Portugal go bankrupt, and they'd have to let Spain go bankrupt, and they'd have to stop forking them countries out because it was all linked. So Ireland, Portugal were the big ones, and if Ireland went under, well, Portugal would go under, and then Spain would go under, and France owed Spain a lot of money, so France would then struggle as well. Then Germany owed France a lot of money, so then Germany would struggle as well because of the French, and then we owed Germany, and then us, and then, you know, everything like that. It was all interlinked, so letting Greece go wasn't really an option. But it made the most sense just to go, no, fuck yourselves. You got yourselves into it.
Yeah.
You know, so... But then again, I'm just a guy that gets drunk and spouts nonsense on YouTube.
Yeah. We're just a couple of idiots
spouting nonsense.
Having a drink and playing GTA.
No, I'm an idiot having a drink. We're playing GTA. You're not drinking. Twin, like the
Well, you're not. We're not playing GTA. I'm playing GTA.
You're playing GTA. I'm having a drink. Between us,
we're a team. You see. Anyway, next question.
Oh, hang on! I put my phone away. Hang on. I don't think the next question was exciting because that last question that I asked ended up being 2 episodes.
I can't remember what it was now. What was your last film you watched? I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Inception. There you go. That's what it was.
Oh no! Shit! Wrong one.
Inception's a good movie.
What do you say?
Shutter Island is as well. I think I prefer Shutter Island actually.
I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, go see that. Well, I say
it's a horror film, isn't it? It's Leonardo DiCaprio.
It's not. No, it's not horror. It's in the loosest possible sense. It's more psychological. It's a psychological thriller, I'd say.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Horror elements in it.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes.
Yes.
And anything he's in is just I love.
Do you know what? I watched Film Theories. Reason why he hasn't won an Oscar. Do you know the only reason why he hasn't won an Oscar?
Doesn't the Oscar committee not like him for some reason?
No, it's because he's not over the age of 40.
Bollocks.
He's done everything right apart from being over 40.
Well, there's Oscar winners that have not been.
There's
over
only
40.
one Oscar winner that has been under the age of 40.
Who's
and he
that?
was a guy who was 28 years old for a film. That's one guy.
What film?
I can't remember. Watch it.
That seems stupid to me. If you've done good work, regardless of that, you should be rewarded.
Put a link in the description for the film theory that I'm on about and get people to watch it.
Well, you're going to have to tell me what it is. I don't know what it is.
I'll show you and I'll explain it and when I've sobered up, blah, blah, blah. You know, put it in the bottom and just go, right, click here. This is why Leonardo DiCaprio hasn't won an Oscar. But it's basically that, because you don't traditionally win an Oscar until you're after 40. Now, he's done a lot of great roles, and he has done everything right in each of the individual roles he should have won an Oscar for.
Yeah. Do you think he'll get an Oscar later on?
He'll get an Oscar
for them.
If Leonardo does not get an Oscar before he dies, I will top myself.
Yeah, it's a crime against humanity.
Yeah, definitely, because he's a fantastic actor, and I can't think of a single film he's been in that's been bad. And you're trying to think. I
can't think of one. I mean, there's films that he's been in which I wouldn't say I enjoyed more for the subject matter. I think he saved the film. I wouldn't say they were amazing.
Let me change that slightly. When he's been a main character in a film, because he's probably had subparts in films that we've been like, well, that's a cringe-worthy film. I wouldn't watch that again.
I can't think of many films he's had subparts.
But when he's been the main character, like in Catch Me If You Can, brilliant film. Titanic, brilliant film. Inception, brilliant film.
I think Pearl Harbor.
He wasn't in Pearl Harbor.
He was in Pearl Harbor.
He wasn't in Pearl Harbor.
What was he in then?
That was the other bloke.
Wings of Prey. No? I swear he was in Pearl Harbor.
He wasn't in Pearl Harbor.
There's a film he's in. Oh, The Aviator I'm thinking of.
Maybe. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, The Aviator. No, I haven't seen The Aviator.
Okay.
Pearl Harbor, though, that was an alright movie. Like, the actual part is quite good, but the rest of it's quite boring.
When the Japanese come up, so it brings the film to life. Japanese make it exciting. The Japanese are awesome.
Yeah.
They're a fucking crazy bunch.
I'd love to visit Japan. I think that'd be crazy. Like, I remember as a kid I always wanted to move there. I've since decided I wouldn't want to move there because their culture's very, very different to ours. And I'm quite a laid-back person, as you know. And I don't think that culture would suit me. But like, I'd love to visit just to see like how things are and
yeah, definitely.
Plus, I can't be asked to learn Japanese. It's way too complicated. Fuck that. Like, I struggle with English, let alone fucking Japanese.
English people struggle with English.
Exactly. So yeah, fuck that. But yeah, I'd definitely love to go visit.
Remember the 90s, twin? What was your favourite memory?
The 90s?
And that's
that is an actual quote from the website of the questions.
Remember the 90s. Hang on, let me say that in my corniest American accent. Remember the 90s.
Well, the thing is, no, I can barely remember the 90s. I was
7.
I was below 8 for most of the 90s.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what am I supposed to say to that?
I was 93, so when the 90s ended, I was 7.
Exactly. So what are we supposed to say to that?
I
remember kids shows. That's about all I remember of my childhood from the 90s. Kids TV.
That was all that was on, wasn't it?
Pretty much, yeah. I remember getting my PS1. There you go.
Favourite memory, PS1.
That, I got Crash Bandicoot and Abe's Odyssey. Not Abe's Odyssey, Crash Bandicoot and... Are you fired?
I haven't. Dog might have.
Crash Bandicoot and Rayman. Those are the 2 games I got with my
Rayman was a game I had, and I struggled on that, as every person did. But then I remember sending you a link.
Yeah.
We were chatting, wasn't
I think we might have discussed this actually.
We were chatting, and it was like, Twin, what are you up to? Fancy playing a few games? You're like, no, I can't, I'm tidying up, blah, blah, blah. And I was just watching YouTube, finding a couple of clips, Steam's in the background. And all of a sudden I've gone to Twin, watch this. And then I don't know what you've done. I'm guessing you've gone along the lines of, oh, fucking idiot, what's he sent me now? Loaded it up. And it's Rayman speedrun.
Yeah, that was it. I was doing something important. I think I was like tidying my flat for whatever reason. Landlord came around something. And then I just spent the next hour just watching some dude destroy Rayman, like speedrunning it. And here's me thinking, fuck's sake, I could never get past that. I could never do this, never do that. And he just destroyed it.
He did. And it's just a phenomenal watch, because it's a game everyone got, and it's because it's quite cartoony. It's very kid-like.
Yeah.
The graphics of it. You think, yeah, kids can play it. Kids complete it. No, I do not know a single person that's ever gone, Rayman. Yeah, I completed it.
Yeah, that was easy.
And actually meant it. Yeah, and actually meant it. Obviously, people went, yeah, I completed Rayman. No, you didn't.
No, you're lying. You know you are.
Yeah, of course you are. But then
Like even the speedrunner said, it's not that it's a hard game, it's just unfair.
Yeah.
Which is worse than hard, really.
Exactly.
Because hard denotes a challenge that you could complete. Yeah. Unfair just means we're going to bully you until you give up.
And it's things like setting off certain points. You have to do certain things to set off to get the cages.
I always just get stuck on the mountain where you start going through the mountains as you rock them.
Yeah.
And there was a chase scene or something. I could never just do it because there was just a big suddenly row of spikes and I had no idea how to get across them.
And then there's him in his speedrun going, da da da, this is what you need to do. It's the exact opposite of what you've ever been trying.
Yeah.
It's like, no way. So that was an awesome watch. You should watch. Put that link in the description as well. So when we're going to be linking all these people to other channels and no one's going to be paying us a penny for it.
Yeah.
What a bunch of dicks we are.
Well, it's a speedrunning channel. It's charity, isn't it?
It was at the time. I don't think it is now.
Yeah, it's SDQ.
SGDQ, yeah. Some
games
don't quickly.
Cool,
hello, she's alright. First bit of the game, there's a bird with a bit of boob.
Well then, on that note... well actually, no, let me just finish this, it won't take long.
Oh, okay.
So, keep talking. Quick.
I'll ask you this last question. This is...
Destroyed!
This is how we're going to end the episode. Can you believe the NHL lockout? It's worse than last year, NBA lockout. I have no idea what that sentence even means.
Yes, I can believe it.
Because it's got NHL and then NBA. Now I'm guessing NHL is National Hockey League lockout. I don't know what the Americans deem a lockout. A lockout is something you do when you're pissed on a New Year's Eve and said to your mate, there's a bedroom up there, here's a key, make sure you let yourself in. You lock the door behind them and leave the key in the door so they can't get in. That's what a lockout is to me. I've done that on more than one occasion. It's worse than last year's NBA lockout.
Possibly.
We don't do basketball.
No, it's an American thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Baseball is.
Don't get me wrong.
American football is.
American football is a wimp's version of rugby, I think. Because they get to throw it forward.
Well, I mean, I ain't getting into this argument.
No, but they get to throw it forward, and then rugby. You saw rugby, right? So what we was watching Scotland.
What you're doing right now, right, is alienating our entire American audience that watch American football.
Fuck them. Anyway, so what we was watching of rugby. Now we're not big on rugby. Rugby's big in the UK. It's its own sport, its own right.
It's one of the largest sports, but I wouldn't say it's massive. Like I can't remember a time when rugby's ever on the telly unless it's a big game.
Well,
whereas football's
constant. In England, it's football, it's cricket, it's rugby.
By that we mean soccer, by the way, for the the stupid people.
We mean football. You've deemed football a sport where you rarely kick a ball. Now we deem football a sport where you kick a ball with your feet. Now Americans think football means throwing it. Now I'd consider that handball, but then handball has a spherical ball that you throw. Have you seen handball's awesome? Handball's a sport I'd love to get. Anyway, different story for another day. But American football, I think wimps rugby is because they have to wear the padding because they don't want to get hurt. Oh, we're well past it. I'm waiting for you to finish this off.
I finished ages ago, mate.
I'm waiting for you.
Well, next episode then.
Next episode, fine. Because then I've got you another question to ask.